Hello, my name is Amber, and I'm excited to share three personal and meaningful artifacts that reflect my perspectives on relationships with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples. My goal today is to critically reflect on how these artifacts influence my assumptions and approaches to teaching First Nations learners. Through this presentation, I hope to offer insight into my self development as an evolving educator. I seek to build reciprocal community relationships and create opportunities for all students to succeed. The first artifact that I would like to share with you all is my passport. My passport is something of great importance to me as it serves as a gateway to the world, unlocking opportunities for exploration, cultural immersion, and personal growth through travel. It not only facilitates physical movement across borders, but also expands my horizons, fostering a broader perspective and a deeper understanding for the global community. Travel has been a powerful tool for my personal growth and transformation. I believe that all travel can be transformative for both the traveler and the host. When traveling, a person undergoes a process of change from being an ordinary resident to a traveler and finally to a transformed homecomer. Through transformative learning journeys, I have realized the value of finding meaning in experiences that challenge my existing beliefs. Traveling has been particularly transformative, allowing me to explore diverse histories and cultures and reconsider preconceived notions. This has offered me a deeper understanding of the rich tapestry of human differences. Although I have traveled extensively and gained knowledge from various parts of the world, I have realized that I know more about the history and culture of foreign lands than I do that my own country. This is strange because one would assume that I was educated about my own country during my schooling. However, the organization of the educational system determines how students move through their education, what they learn, where they learn, and most importantly, what counts as effective and successful learning. Additionally, what knowledge is selected and how it is taught and evaluated in schools goes to the very heart of issues of individual and social identity. I feel that I was never taught much about the cultures and customs of Australia prior to the arrival of the first colonies in 1788. This makes me wonder how Aboriginal Australians must feel as their history has been stripped away for so long. It's like removing the very roots that anchored them to their past. However, I have noticed a positive change in recent years with the Australian curriculum. When former Prime Minister Howard called for a root and branch renewal of Australian history, Howard insisted that history teaching had come to be dominated by themes and issues, and there wasn't any clear sense of national identity or heritage that students could aspire to. He warned that young people are at risk of being disinherited from their community if that community lacks the courage and confidence to teach history. This lack of knowledge regarding identity and heritage leads me to discuss my next artifact, the Australian $2 coin. Australian currency serves not just as a medium of exchange, but also as a potent symbol of our national identity and rich history. However, scrutiny of the depiction of Indigenous peoples on the $2 coin raises crucial questions about respectful representation. Despite the vast array of self-identifying and autonomous Indigenous groups across the continent, Europeans have historically lumped the original inhabitants together as a singular group, the Aborigines. This label, rooted in European thought, constructs the Aborigine as the primitive native, positioned at the perceived distance from the civilized European male atop a global racial and cultural hierarchy. The Royal Australian Mint acknowledges that the $2 coin's design features an archetype of an Aboriginal tribal elder created by the ironically non-Indigenous Horst Taine, which amplifies concerns. Criticisms not only arise from the lack of specific identification for the elder, but also for the use of the depicted plant, which perpetuates harmful stereotypes as its referred to name is Black Boy. Additionally, the coins released during Australia's bicentenary, marking 200 years of white settlement, invasion, or colonization, adds a layer of insensitivity, emphasizing the pressing need for critical reflection and more inclusive approach to representation. As educators, it is our responsibility to address the issue of stereotypes and Eurocentric perspectives often embedded in our teaching materials. To achieve this, we should adopt a strength-based approach that encourages the development of critical thinking skills in our students. One way to do this is by using coins in history or mathematics lessons. This approach can provide students with a unique platform to challenge stereotypes and actively generate responses or explanations for the images they encounter. The strength-based approach focuses on positive attributes, resources, resilience, and capacities of individuals or groups. By avoiding negative aspects and problems, this approach fosters a collaborative and holistic process that aligns with individuals to enhance their well-being and achieve their desired outcomes. Through this approach, we empower our students to cultivate their ability to produce knowledge. It is our commitment to ensure that teaching resources and support materials are culturally sensitive inclusive, and respectful of diverse perspectives. This dedication nurtures an environment of open dialogue and heightened awareness concerning representation and broader discussion on Indigenous representations within the educational landscape. My third and final artifact is the film The Rabbit-Proof Fence. I can still vividly recall the impact that the film had on me when I was first introduced to it in primary school. It was more than just a movie, it was a transformative journey into the rich history and resilience of Aboriginal peoples. The film showed me a narrative that I had never been aware of before, and the struggles of the young protagonists who were taken from their families, navigating the vast Australian landscapes and yearning for freedom sparked my curiosity and empathy in ways that textbooks never could. This masterpiece of cinema becomes a catalyst for empathy, forging a deep connection to the historical struggles of Aboriginal peoples. The Rabbit-Proof Fence is a cinematic representation of the struggles around Aboriginal identity intertwined with the broader historical context. The film's depicted struggles are rooted in a historical legacy that continues to impact individuals, families, and communities today. It serves as a powerful medium to illuminate the enduring consequences of historical injustices which persist in shaping the contemporary challenges that Aboriginal people face. Integrating the Rabbit-Proof Fence into curricula can significantly foster inclusivity in Australian schools. This cinematic resource is a perfect fit for history or social studies classes as it provides an understanding of the stolen generations and broader government policy impacts on Indigenous communities. Cross-curricular lessons that connect the film's themes to English and geography can enhance learning experiences. Emphasizing inclusive language and respect coupled with professional development for educators ensures that the film creates a safe, inclusive learning environment that values diverse narratives and promotes cultural sensitivity. I have deliberately selected these three artifacts that exemplify a culture's power dynamics and social political awareness. My objective is to establish meaningful connections with First Nation peoples by creating classrooms that genuinely celebrate and honor their unique identities and spiritual beliefs. I am committed to developing ethical partnerships with Indigenous communities by consistently examining my biases and amplifying Indigenous voices. As an educator, I am consistently evolving and aspire to collaboratively plant the seeds of resurgence and healing for future generations. My unwavering dedication to self-improvement underscores my commitment to positively shaping my interactions with Indigenous students. I firmly believe that it is my responsibility to challenge the status quo and create an environment that fosters inclusivity, equity, and justice. Thank you for your time.